Well, I'm finally getting around to putting together the movie of our 2011 trip to Ireland to partake in the Art in the Open Festival that was held in Wexford on the southeast coast of Ireland. My wife and I, Susie, went there, stayed for a week in Dublin with a gentleman I met online on the website, plenartist.ning.com. If you don't know of it yet, please check that out. We spent a wonderful week with him in Dublin. He showed us around. He was quite a gentleman. His lovely wife Christine and his son Owen also helped take care of us and entertain us. Spent a lot of time eating, drinking, and painting, so big surprise there. Anyway, we had a great time, and I'm going to be breaking this movie up into little bits. Not sure how many bits there will be, but I've got a lot of images to show you. And again, we had a great time. So this will be the first part in Dublin. So here we are in Ireland. Yeah, seriously, this is Ireland. And I didn't mention his name, but this is Greg Long, the gentleman we stayed with in Ireland for a week in Dublin, that is. And these are some of the photos we shot that first day. He took us out. It was raining that day, and we decided not to take our paints with us, just the camera. Unfortunately, or fortunately, if you prefer, the rain stopped shortly after we left, and it turned into quite a nice day. But all we had was our cameras, and we were forced to just take photographs that first day. We drove from the east coast, where Dublin is, all the way to the west coast, to a place called Sligo. And the west coast is very nearby, not like the United States, where it takes days to get across the continent. This took about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and they were small little roads too. Apart from the obvious castles and thatched roofed cottages, something that impressed me very much were the flowers that folks had outside their homes and in their window boxes and hanging potted plants and such. Briefly, on day 2, we decided to get some painting done finally, and went out to a reservoir near Dublin and did this painting as my first piece on the trip. Then we found another spot with some boats in it, and had a lot more success, I think, in that location. even Greg and Susie both were able to get some artwork done as well. On day 3, we painted in front of James Joyce's house on the coast at Dublin, called 40 Foot. And the following day, day 4, we went out east of Dublin into the mountains and found this mountain stream and meadow, quite beautiful, and painted there for a bit. Day 5 was a day where we stayed at Greg's house and just chilled out, ate, and painted. Did a lot of paintings there in his backyard of the lily pad pond that he has, and of his dogs waiting at the door for him to return from work. Christine and Greg both had to work that day, so we just chilled out and waited for them to return, at which time we went out and had a few drinks and partied. Greg's aging black Cocker Spaniel Dove would wait looking out the door nearly the entire day, waiting for Greg to return from work. So I had to paint him doing that. And Rory, the younger red Cocker Spaniel, is the more lively dog of the group. Finally, I'd like to thank our host, Greg Long, and his wife, Christine Long, and their son, Owen, who appears here in a pub, toasting something. But it doesn't take much to get a toast in Ireland, I tell you that. Okay, see our next episode down in Wexford for Art in the Open, coming up next.